So very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Lunchtime News live on MTV Sports. I am Shahin Rampati. These are your headlines. Potato farmers from Valley Mada stage a protest. Farmers charge that promises made to purchase potatoes have been broken. Cultivations for the Maha season to be delayed by another 3 weeks. California immunologist developing new anti-Ebola drugs has turned to internet crowdfunding for extra money needed to speed up the research. Now for those stories in detail. Potato farmers staged a protest in the Valley Mada town this morning, demanding that the purchase of potatoes be expedited. Over 1,000 potato farmers from Valley Mada, Boralanda, Kapatipola, Ovaparnagama and Bogha Kumbura are taking part in this ongoing protest. Chairman of the Valley Mada Farmers Collective, W.M. Gunawardena, speaking to Newsfirst, said that the potatoes are not being purchased as announced by the government. He went on to say that the farmers are facing severe hardships as a result of this and added that the authorities have not intervened to provide a solution to this issue. The Department of Irrigation says that cultivation work for the Maha season will be delayed by another 3 weeks. Director General of Irrigation Badra Kamaladasa says that the low water levels in reservoirs is the reason for this.
The Irrigation Director noted that water levels in over 72% of reservoirs is less than 15%. Meanwhile, discussions have been made with divisional irrigation engineers and they are yet to arrive at a decision on when to release the water for the Maha season cultivation. The Irrigation Department noted that until the water levels in reservoirs reach 20%, they are unable to release water for cultivation. Badra Kamaladasa went on to note that during this Maha season, farmers will be advised to cultivate paddy that could be harvested within 3 to 4 months.
The police says statements have been obtained from 24 witnesses to the incident where students of the Sabaragama University were attacked recently. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rona said that 2 police teams are investigating the incident.
Demanding solutions for several issues, students of the Sabaragama University are on their 43rd day today of the Satyagraha campaign at the Pambahinda Junction. According to a correspondent, a group including the secretary of the Ceylon Teachers Union joined the Satyagraha last afternoon. Meanwhile, one of the students who sustained injuries in the attack on the stage of the Student Satyagraha campaign recently is still receiving treatment at the Balangoda Base Hospital.
We have deployed informants to identify the unidentified suspects. Undercover officers have also been assigned. We also received information that there are certain individuals who possess video footage of the incident recorded on cameras and mobile phones. If this footage is submitted to the police, it would make the task of identifying these suspects more easier.
A fundamental rights petition was filed at the Supreme Court recently by the official secretary of the Ruhunu Kataragama Mahadevalaya, Adhikara Mudyansilage A.M. Dayananda, and a devotee of the Devalaya, P.R.T. Ratnayaka. On the 4th of April 2014, the Supreme Court issued a determination that Padma Sri Ranjit Adhikaram had a hereditary right to function as the shaman of the Ruhunu Kataragama Mahadevalaya. The fundamental rights petition was filed seeking a revision of this determination.
Representing the respondent when the FR petition was taken up in court yesterday, attorneys at law Upul Jayasuriya and Salia Piris pointed out that the petition challenges a determination issued by the Supreme Court.
The
Honourable Chief Justice noted that it will be decided on the 12th of December whether the injunction preventing my father from entering the Devalaya and functioning as a shaman will be removed or not.
Several years ago, Padma Sri Ranjit Adhikaram filed a case at the Mount Lavinia District Court claiming that he had a hereditary right to function as the shaman of the Ruhunu Kataragama Mahadevalaya. The court decreed that Adhikaram had the hereditary right to function in this position. Subsequently, the chief layperson or Basnayaka Nilame of the Devalaya, Shashindra Rajapaksa, lodged an appeal with the Western Province Civil Appellate High Court challenging this verdict. This court too had decreed that Adhikaram has a hereditary right to function as shaman of the Devalaya. Shashindra Rajapaksa then filed a petition at the Supreme Court challenging the verdict. However, the Supreme Court too had affirmed that Adhikaram had the hereditary right to function as shaman and ordered that he be appointed to the position for a month each year.
A meeting of activists of the Democratic Party was convened in LPTA yesterday. The meeting was presided by leader of the party, Sarath Fonseca. Various major statements were made on the presidential election. There were disruptions made to this meeting as well. They threatened and intimidated the owner of a hotel in Hambantota to a point where the owner shut down the hotel and ran away because we tried to have a meeting there. We had to shift another one of our meetings at a hotel in Mathura to the residence of a candidate because threats were leveled at the hotel. So we asked the public to be aware of these things, condemn these acts of thuggery. Minister of Youth Affairs and Skills Development Dallas Allahaperama says that those who wish to travel overseas seeking employment will be sent abroad as skilled labourers by the year 2020. The minister made this statement at a function in Trincomalee yesterday.
The event was organised to present certificates and equipment to students who passed the vocational training program in the northern and eastern provinces.
මේ රාජ්‍ය වෘත්ති අධ්‍යාපනයට ඉතිහාසයේ කිසිම ආණ්ඩුවක්
President Mahinda Rajapaksa has given a lot of prominence and benefits to vocational education in this country like no other government in history. No political party, be it blue, red, green or orange, in the north, south or east have mentioned vocational training in their policy manifesto. Only the Mahinda Chintana has shown an interest in vocational and technical education in the country. The number of Sri Lankans who have travelled overseas to the Middle East for employment is 2 million. By 2020, we hope to send all these people abroad as skilled labourers.
The Gomaran Kadavala village in Trincomalee has been an area constantly threatened by wild elephants. Due to this threat, children studying at a school in the now Ulputha village in Gomaran Kadavala are also at the jaws of danger. Now, Newsfirst received a report of an act of courtesy by the Gomaran Kadavala police who provided a solution to this problem.
Due to the threat of wild elephants, students of Vishwa Pratibha Primary School, the only primary school in the village, faced disruptions in their journey to school. After every resident informed the Gomaran Kadavala OIC on the issue, the police provided a police jeep to safely transport the children to school back and forth. This act of generosity was highly commended by the principal and the students of the primary school.
As there are wild elephants roaming around in the area, travelling about is quite difficult. We spoke to the OIC in our area and asked him if a vehicle could be provided for us. So children are travelling to school now with the use of the OIC's official vehicle.
When we travel, there are wild elephants on the road. Now we go to school without any fear.
Newsfirst is currently conducting its 155th workshop which creates media literacy among students at the Dikkumura Sri Siddhartha Mahavidyalaya in Gaul.
The students are being educated on communications, practical knowledge and how to prepare a news bulletin. Students were also given the opportunity to showcase their talents. 4 other schools in the vicinity are also participating in the workshop.
The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center has said a magnitude 7.4 earthquake has struck off the coast of El Salvador, prompting an alert of a possible tsunami threatening the shores of the country as well as Nicaragua and Honduras. The U.S. Geological Survey said that the quake struck late yesterday, 106 kilometers southeast of the city of Usulután. It did not give details of any damage, but the earthquake was shallow at just 9 kilometers. Usulután was badly damaged by earthquakes in February 2001. In sports news, Sri Lanka A-team coach Romesh Kaluwitharana has suffered a sudden illness while in Hambantota. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Selecting Committee, Sanat Jayasuriya, said that steps are underway to transport Kaluwitharana to Colombo for treatment. On to more cricket news. Sri Lanka A secured a 10-wicket victory over West Indies A in the first 4-day match today. On day 4 today, the West Indians resumed their innings on an overnight score of 267 for 7. However, they were bundled out in quick succession by the Lankan bowling attack for 285 runs, giving a target of 33 runs for the Lankans. Sri Lanka posted 413 runs in their first innings, to which West Indies responded with just 160 runs and were then dismissed for 285 in their follow-on. And that's a wrap of lunchtime news today. Thank you very much for watching. For the News First team, I'm Shahan Jurampati. Your next news update comes your way at 1:55.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.